If you want to know why 50 million people in the United States go camping every year and why you should go too, then I've got something for you today. Here at Empty Spaces Outfitters, we know what it's like to not want to go camping. At Empty Spaces Outfitters, we also know what it's like to go camping every year on a monthly, if not weekly basis. We want to explain to you 4 objective reasons and facts why you should get out and go camping in 2024 and 2025, and arguably for the rest of your life. We're also going to give you 3 subjective reasons why we like to go camping that aren't going to be objectively based, but are more opinions on behalf of us.
My father gave me Montana.
The acronym I'm using today to explain to you the 4 objective reasons why you should go camping and why people in the United States, 50 million of them to be exact, go camping is called PASS. The P in PASS stands for physical health. Physical health has been linked to camping because when you think about it, when you get outside and you go camping, you are out of your comfort zone and you are getting out in a world where you're in the outdoors and you're doing things actively. 70-year-olds who reported going camping also reported an increased level of physical health when compared to their other 70-year-old compatriots. The second part of the PASS acronym is fresh air, otherwise known as AIR. AIR is great for people who need to get out of the city and into the countryside for respiratory health. When you get fresh air, it is like a renewing of your mind and renewing of your body. Fresh air gets you out of that stuffy, claustrophobic environment that you're in and lets your brain all of a sudden start thinking clearly. That is great for people who are struggling with anxiety and depression, which brings me to the next part of the PASS acronym. That's going to be stress. When you go camping, you are disconnecting from the world around you. You can basically say goodbye to the stress of our everyday life and more or less put it on the back burner, let it burn itself out, and go and enjoy nature where you're at. That is great for people who are focused on things that are very stressful. Let's look at people in the military, people in corporate jobs, blue-collar workers. All of these people love to de-stress when they're out camping. Maybe you could try that too. The final letter in the PASS acronym is survival. When you get outside and you start camping, you are inevitably going to work on your survival skills, whether that's pitching a tent, starting a fire, figuring out how to filter water. And even if you don't pitch a tent, don't start fires, or filter water, you still have to learn the skills that it takes in order to pack enough food and water in order to survive out in the wild. If the world does go downhill, which I'm hoping that it doesn't, then camping is going to give you a leg up on those who have never actually spent a night or a day in their lives outside camping. And if you're not sold on the PASS acronym, I've got 3 subjective reasons why I personally like to go camping that aren't the physical health, air, de-stressing, or survival. The first reason why I personally like to go camping outside of the PASS acronym is for my disconnect. When I get out and I go camping, I purposefully do not try and get service on my phone. I don't try and watch movies in the tent. I try and disconnect as much as possible from my work. My work is very stressful. And when I disconnect from it, when I come back, it seems to me like I almost have a sort of wild edge. It's like I come back and I'm able to all of a sudden really focus and hone in on what people are trying to get me to do. And I just feel better. I feel like being out in the wild puts me in a better place mentally and physically. The second reason why I love to go out there is because growing up, I didn't really have the opportunity to go camping. Sure, I went a few times with my dad, but other than that, my family and we didn't really go out. Grew up in the suburbs and I didn't really have the opportunity to truly enjoy the outdoors like I should have been able to at least. Growing up in the West, especially, I now know that there's so much free land out there that you can just go out and enjoy that I wish that my parents had taken me out there. So now as an adult, I am going to take my kids out there and I'm going to get out there because that's something that I missed growing up. The final reason why I love to go camping is because it's a unique challenge to somebody that's living in a city. I live in a city. And so when I go camping, that's challenging me to purposefully plan and survive out in the wild. Sure, it's not a high stakes, high threat environment, but it's still something unique that is challenging to me. The human brain, especially this human brain right here, loves challenges. And those challenges that you get from going outside and living that life just for the weekend, that challenge is enough to spark in me a creative desire to do better in life and to be the best camping, which obviously camping is not a competition, but it's still a challenge to me to be better than I was last time camping. Hopefully by now, you will want to get out there and go camping. When you get outside and go camping, you can start clearing your mind and your world is increased with different perspectives. The perspectives of looking at God's creation outside of man's creation. And so I know that the only thing stopping me from going camping is myself. My question for you is, what's stopping you from going camping? Now that you know the past acronym and the reasons why I go, I think maybe you should try it out. And if you're looking for more resources to go camping, I've got a video right over here that you should check out.